So starting lying down on your back, and with your hands on your tummy, just taking a few relaxed belly breaths. So feeling your tummy move up and outwards on the inhale, and softening back down on the exhale. Just giving yourself that first half a minute to settle, start to feel your body, and feel how when you lie down your breathing can be so much more relaxed. So just taking a few breaths there. And then reaching out through your arms at shoulder height, and just take a couple of breaths there, feeling the breath all along the sides of your body. So the rib cage widens out on the inhale, sideways, and moves back in on the exhale. And then waiting for an exhale. On an exhale, drop your knees down to the right, turn your head to the left, looking over towards your left hand, finding weight in the left shoulder. Inhaling to centre, exhale, knees to the left, turn your head to the right. So we're coordinating movement with breath, and maybe doing 3 to each side. And just start to feel that rotation, stretching your body. So feeling how the entire spine has a chance to rotate all the way to your neck. And then coming back to centre, take your legs up and just take your hands to the backs of your legs. Just go forwards and backwards with your legs a little bit. And then you can bend your knees down and reach your legs up. And just rubbing your hands along the legs. You can let the back of the pelvis lift up a little bit. A few times like that. And then keeping your feet touching, the big toes touching, just do a few circles with the knees. So you're holding on still with your hands, the sides of the legs. And notice as your knees go away from you, you've got to engage your core, the core stability a little bit. Maybe 3 each way. Inhaling the knees away, exhaling them back in. Inhaling, exhaling them back in. Just feeling all the muscles around your hips working together. And then bring your feet down. And as you inhale, push through your feet, lift your hips up, take your arms up with you. As you exhale, just push the spine into the mat, little by little, vertebrae by vertebrae, until you're back down. You can let your back arch away from the mat as you come down. And then a little bit of a posterior tilt so you feel your hip bones lift up towards your chest, reach your arms up and over. Exhaling, pressing the back into the mat, arms flow with you. So again, feel this rhythm of coordinating your movement and your breath. Pushing all the way in. It's just 3 or 4 times. Rest your hands on your tummy, take a breath. Okay, now we're going to come up to all fours. And we're going to start with just warming up the wrists and the hands a little bit. So we're going to do the circling round. So you're turning your hand upside down and then all the way back. So you, at one point, roll onto your thumb, roll onto the back of the hand, and then the other side. And just go both ways, just finding all those kind of awkward places you don't normally move to. And then the other side. Go in both directions. And then back to all fours, and just rock yourself forwards and backwards, exhaling back, inhaling back up to all fours. You can do it with your eyes closed. Again, we're just feeling rhythm, feeling sensations in the body. You can round a little bit as you pull back if that feels good. And then pulling back into child's pose. Let your arms fold in, rest your forehead on your hands, and just rock a little bit side to side. You can roll on your forehead from side to side, so the whole body's rocking side to side. And then coming back up. And just rolling your shoulders a few times. Rolling the hands with the shoulders, so the backs of the hands together. Doing the hand circles we've been doing in class. Giving your wrists a shake out. And we'll come back to all fours. Do a little bit of cat-cow here. Just in time, Maisie's come to do cat-cow. There we go. So taking your time with your cat-cow to feel that whole ripple through your spine. And then maybe doing a few shoulder circles. For most of us, this is just such a nice daily movement. And we're not doing it terribly precisely. You've got the shoulder blades moving around the back. The spine might join in, the upper spine might be moving a little bit as well. But just to get lots of movement in the upper back where we tend to be a little bit stiff sometimes. Okay, and then coming on up, we're going to go into the lunge position. So if you need a blanket for your knees, grab one now. And then we'll start with the right leg forward. Left hand on left shoulder, reaching over diagonally so that your elbow is over the right knee. Inhale the elbow all the way up, all the way behind you, turning to look behind you as you drop your elbow down. And then repeat. So it's an inhale up, exhale back and down. So again, we're coordinating rhythm of movement with breath. Just warming up all the shoulder joint and the sides, a little bit of rotation, working the leg muscles as well. So a little bit of everything gets involved. Okay, and then bringing your hands to the mat. Just go forwards and backwards in your legs. You're letting your front foot lift up, so you're just on your heel. You can connect your heel to your sit bones, squeeze the hamstrings a little bit as you lean back. And again, you can inhale forward, exhale in a little bit of a rounded position. Inhale forward, exhale round. And then tuck your back toe, lift your back knee up. You can take your back knee up and down a few times, pushing strongly through your front foot so all the muscles around that front right hips are working. Okay, and then keeping your back knee up, you can just roll over your back toes a few times, just stretching out through the back foot. Never leave the feet out of it, bring them in somewhere, getting some movement there. Okay, and then just swivel to the side. Have your feet a little bit turned out, and just find a little bit of side to side movement. You can walk your hands all the way across, really finding your hamstrings again as you push up, and then the same to the other side. You can make it a smaller movement if you like, just kind of rock yourself back and forth, exhale to one side, inhale to the other side. So whatever feels good for you today, just waking up all the big muscles of the legs. Okay, and then swivel your way back to the lunge, drop your back knee down, and we'll swap sides. You can always take a little child's pose between sides as well. So you're just pacing yourself, how much energy you feel like you have, how much little rest where you feel your breath and settle into that weight, into the mat. You can see how much of that feels good. Then we'll come to the other side. Hand to shoulder, go across on the diagonal again, inhaling up, over and back. So you're getting a whole torso rotation. And each time I'm thinking of pushing my foot into the mat so I feel my leg as well. Just a lovely whole body connected movement. Really simple to do. And we didn't do on the other side, but you can also add a little tip. Take your hand across to your ribs, breathe into your rib cage. Just find lots of space in the body to breathe into. You can take both arms up, you can add that little bit in as well. And then exhaling, hands to the mat. And just go forwards and backwards. Again, finding rhythm. Inhale forwards, exhale backwards. You can do it really slowly. You can get a little bit more of a momentum going. So seeing what feels matching with your energy. And then tucking the back toes, lifting your back knee up. And same thing, you can go up and down with the back knee a few times. So remember, we're aiming to feel light on the fingers, really using the strength of your front leg, pushing that front foot into the mat. And then swiveling. And a few breaths here. You can take your hands off the mat if you want to make the legs work a little bit more. So I do it around this way to show you. You could just really feel how much weight the legs have to take, or you can keep your hands on the floor, just go a little bit side to side. So you end up back at the front, drop your back knee, and come back up to this position, and take a breath there. And then from there, making our way back to lying down. So bending your knees just as you started, and just take a couple of breaths, feeling the difference after even just a few minutes of movement. Tuning into what might feel a little bit different. And just aware of how your body can drop into gravity, relax into the floor. Feeling your breath a little bit. And then reaching out through your arms, just do one windshield wipers to each side. So again, it's like coming full circle, just feeling your body after all the different movements you've done. And then dropping your knees to one side, take your arm over with you, so you stack your hands. Let the top fingertips brush all the way along the floor, all the way over your head, until you're back on your back with the knees up. And then just do another one to that side, going across. So you can inhale your fingers up, exhale back and round. So we stay with this idea of feeling rhythm and harmonising with the breath with each movement. And across to the other side. Exhaling as you drop back onto your back. Little pause, one more time. Take a breath. And then step your left ankle on top of your right knee. Just move that knee backwards and forwards. You might want to rock a little bit side to side, just supporting the thigh from the outside. You could always pick up the bottom foot, hold behind the knee, and rock a little bit side to side there. Just feeling the stretch sensation on the outer thigh. And then the same to the other side. And again, it's not so much looking for a big stretch, but just feeling rhythm, just getting everything moving and connecting. And softening through your chest and shoulders. Okay, and then finally with your knees bent, just let your hands rest on your hip bones. Feel the natural curves to your back and spine, so a little bit lighter in your lower back. And then just take a few breaths where you, or a breath where you feel the inhale, lift your fingertips up. And as you exhale, feel the belly soften down. Slide your hands higher up onto your tummy, and same thing, just inhaling, feeling that expansion. Exhaling, sense of softening, quietening down. And then taking your arms out, with your palms facing up, if you lift your hips up, you can push yourself up towards the top of the mat a little bit and feel how your shoulder blades roll down your back. So then as you come down, you feel you've opened up across the chest a little bit and you've got your shoulder blades a little bit more underneath you to ground your upper back down. And then just let the belly soften one more time. If you like to straighten your legs, you can do that. With an exhale, let all your limbs find their weight and grounding into the mat and rest for the last minute. So you stay quietly alert in your body. feeling the rhythm of your breath. And a sense of energy. You can breathe in from all the way up from your toes, all the way through your body, all the way out through your fingertips. And when you're ready, ground your hands back to your body, bend your knees up. Take a breath or two into your hands. So we feel that sense of the body has slowed down. We've slowed ourselves down. Often moving and speeding things up a bit, the heart rate speeds up. So coming back to slowing down and then just rocking side to side. Again, this sense of soothing rhythm. And roll all the way onto your side. Take a breath there. And once you've pushed yourself slowly up, taking a moment or two sitting up. So you have this moment of pause before you go back into your day. Where again you can feel a sense of connection to your body, energy moving through you, feeling like you have kind of gone into your body to set yourself up for a day of feeling more aware and connected and having a steady supply of energy to get you through a whole busy day. So I hope you enjoyed that, and maybe have a go at doing that routine a few mornings in a row until you don't need to look at the video anymore. You just get on your mat, spend 10 minutes doing really simple movements to set you up for your day. Thanks a lot.